Gemini Daily Horoscope for May 22, 2025. Solar spotlight and mercurial magic today marks a significant turning point for you, Gemini, as we're right at the beginning of your solar season. The sun has just moved into your sign, casting its radiant energy directly upon you and initiating your personal new year. Happy solar return. This placement brings a surge of vitality and places you firmly in the cosmic spotlight for the coming month. It's as if the universe has just handed you the microphone. Your natural charisma is amplified, and others can't help but be drawn to your magnetic energy. Your ruling planet Mercury is forming a powerful trine with expansive Jupiter in the intellectual air sign of Aquarius today, creating perhaps the most favorable aspect for your mental faculties. This cosmic configuration acts like a supercharger for your already quick-witted mind. Ideas are flowing effortlessly, connections are being made between seemingly unrelated concepts, and your capacity for learning and absorbing information is at a yearly peak. If you've been waiting for the right moment to pitch an idea, write something important, or have a significant conversation, the universe has just rolled out the cosmic red carpet for you. However, there's a challenging square between Mercury and Neptune that requires some careful navigation. While your thinking is expansive and innovative today, this aspect introduces a fog-like quality that could blur the lines between inspired genius and wishful thinking. Double-check facts before presenting them as truth, and be especially careful with written communications where tone can be misinterpreted. The potential for misunderstandings is heightened, so practice the art of clarity, something that doesn't always come naturally to your multifaceted Gemini mind that sees all sides simultaneously. The emotional landscape today is colored by the moon in meticulous Virgo, activating your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundations. This brings an analytical, problem-solving energy to domestic matters and family relationships. You might find yourself reorganizing your living space, addressing long-standing household issues, or having detailed conversations with family members that bring clarity to emotional matters. There's a desire to create order from chaos in your personal life. Venus is currently moving through sensitive Cáncer in your second house of resources, values, and self-worth, bringing a nurturing quality to financial matters and personal possessions. You might find emotional satisfaction through creating greater security today, or perhaps treating yourself or loved ones to something that provides comfort and care. This placement suggests that your approach to material matters is currently influenced more by emotional considerations than logical ones. You're valuing things based on how they make you feel, rather than their practical utility. In your career sector, transformative Pluto continues its long-term journey through your eighth house of shared resources, investments, and deep psychological patterns. This ongoing transit is gradually revealing power dynamics in your professional collaborations that may have previously operated beneath the surface. Today, you might gain insight into ways you can reclaim authority in a business partnership or financial arrangement. The key is to recognize where you may have given away your power unconsciously. Mars, the planet of action and drive, is currently energizing your seventh house of partnerships while in diplomatic Libra. This creates an interesting dynamic where assertiveness needs to be balanced with consideration for others. You may feel a strong impulse to address relationship imbalances today, but the approach that will yield the best results involves finding win-win solutions rather than forcing your agenda. For Geminis in romantic relationships, today's energies support meaningful conversations about the future. The Mercury-Jupiter trine facilitates discussions about growth and possibilities, while the Venus in Cáncer influence adds emotional depth to these exchanges. There's a beautiful opportunity to strengthen bonds through both intellectual connection and emotional vulnerability, the perfect combination for your dual-natured sign. Single Geminis might find themselves attracted to individuals who stimulate them mentally, while also offering emotional stability, a rare and appealing combination. Chance encounters today could lead to intellectually stimulating conversations that have the potential to evolve into something more meaningful. Keep your options open and engage with people who challenge your thinking in positive ways. Health-wise, today's planetary influences suggest paying particular attention to your nervous system. The high mental energy could translate to scattered attention or anxiety if not properly channeled. Breathing exercises would be particularly beneficial for you today, helping to center your energy and calm an overactive mind. With the Virgo moon influencing your emotional well-being, activities that bring order to chaos will be especially satisfying and therapeutic. A particularly noteworthy aspect today involves Uranus in your own sign forming a dynamic sextile with Mars. This electrifying combination can bring sudden insights or unexpected opportunities that require quick action. You might experience a breakthrough moment regarding your self-expression or personal direction. This aspect supports innovative approaches and breaking free from restrictive patterns, particularly in how you assert yourself in partnerships. Saturn's influence from your ninth house of higher learning, philosophy, and expansion brings a note of seriousness to educational pursuits or belief systems. You may be contemplating more formal studies or feeling the need to establish more structured approaches to expanding your horizons. This placement asks you to commit to your personal truth with greater discipline and to build foundations for long-term wisdom rather than just collecting random bits of knowledge, a tendency of your curious Gemini nature. The day's overall energy supports networking and communication across all areas of life. Your words have particular power today, so use them wisely and with intention. Short trips or local activities could bring unexpected opportunities for connection, and siblings or neighbors might play significant roles in your day's developments. Your dual Gemini nature is especially pronounced under these influences. You're balancing between the desire for intellectual stimulation and emotional security, between speaking and listening, between focusing on details and seeing the bigger picture. This duality isn't something to overcome, but rather to harness as your unique gift. As the day progresses, be mindful of energy fluctuations. Your peak mental clarity will likely occur during the morning hours when the Mercury-Jupiter trine is strongest. By evening, as the moon approaches a void-of-course period, decision-making may become less clear. Use this time for reflection rather than initiation. Your power color for today is bright yellow, which amplifies your natural Gemini communication skills and brings clarity to your thought processes. Carrying or wearing citrine crystal could help maintain mental focus while protecting against the Neptune-induced confusion. In summary, May 22nd offers you a cosmic power day, Gemini one where your natural gifts are amplified by the sun's presence in your sign and your ruling planet's harmonious dance with fortunate Jupiter. Navigate the potential for miscommunication by prioritizing clarity. Take advantage of innovative insights that arise suddenly, and allow yourself to balance intellectual pursuits with emotional needs. This day sets the tone for your personal new year ahead, making it an excellent time to set intentions for how you wish to express your authentic self in the coming solar cycle. On May 22, 2025, Gemini natives are experiencing a particularly potent celestial configuration as the sun has just entered your sign, marking the beginning of your solar return period. This transit brings vitality, clarity, and a renewed sense of identity. The sun illuminates your first house of self, appearance, and personal initiative, giving you cosmic permission to prioritize yourself and your ambitions. With the sun freshly in your sign, your natural communication abilities are amplified, making this an excellent time to express your ideas and be seen. Mercury, your ruling planet, is positioned in Taurus on this day, occupying your 12th house of subconscious patterns, hidden matters, and spiritual connection. This placement creates an interesting dynamic where your conscious mind, represented by the sun in Gemini, is bright and forward-moving, while your thinking processes, Mercury, are more deliberate, thorough, and potentially focused on behind-the-scenes work. You may find yourself processing information more slowly than usual, but with greater depth and consideration. dreams, and intuitive insights carry significant messages today. Keep a journal nearby to capture these fleeting impressions. Venus is dancing through Cancer in your second house of resources, values, and self-worth. This placement softens your approach to material concerns and brings a nurturing quality to how you handle finances. There's a protective energy around your assets and possessions, and you might feel more emotionally attached to what you own or earn. Venus in this position also suggests potential financial opportunities coming through family connections or property matters. Mars is positioned in Aries, activating your 11th house of social networks, groups, and long-term goals. This high-energy placement infuses your social life with dynamism and assertiveness. You're likely to take a leadership role in group situations or feel motivated to pursue collaborative projects. The Mars in Aries energy gives you courage to champion causes you believe in and connect with people who share your visionary outlook. However, this placement can sometimes manifest as friction within friendships if you come on too strong. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, is transitioning through Virgo in your fourth house of home, family, and emotional foundations. This placement suggests growth and positive developments in your domestic sphere. You may be considering expanding your living space, welcoming new family members, or simply experiencing a greater sense of emotional fulfillment at home. Jupiter in this Earth sign brings practical expansion improvements that are well thought out rather than excessive. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces in your 10th house of career, reputation, and public standing. This transit represents a period of professional testing and maturation. You're being asked to bring structure and discipline to your career ambitions, possibly facing limitations or delays that ultimately strengthen your professional foundation. Saturn rewards persistence and integrity, so approaching workplace challenges with patience will serve you well today. Uranus in Gemini is particularly significant as it's in your first house, bringing unexpected changes to your personal identity and self-expression. This revolutionary planet in your sign indicates a period of reinvention and perhaps some unpredictable behavior on your part. You're breaking free from old patterns of self-limitation and experimenting with new ways of presenting yourself to the world. This position supports innovative thinking and unconventional approaches, particularly regarding your personal brand or appearance. Neptune continues its long sojourn through Aries in your 11th house, creating a somewhat foggy atmosphere around friendships and group affiliations. You may idealize certain social connections or have difficulty seeing people's true intentions. This placement asks you to discern between genuine, shared values and projections of your own ideals onto others. Creative collaboration is highly favored, especially projects that involve visionary thinking or artistic expression. Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius in your 9th house of higher education, philosophy, and long-distance travel. This transformative planet is digging deep into your belief systems, challenging assumptions you've held about the world and your place in it. There may be power struggles with academic institutions or authorities in fields of knowledge. This placement suggests profound internal changes regarding your worldview, with insights emerging from revisiting past educational experiences or philosophical concepts. The moon today is in Libra, illuminating your 5th house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. This creates an emotional atmosphere favoring balance, harmony, and aesthetic appreciation. You're likely feeling more diplomatically inclined than usual, seeking beauty in your surroundings and fair exchanges in relationships. The moon in this position enhances your natural charm and may bring opportunities for creative collaboration or romantic connections. There's a heightened sensitivity to how others respond to your self-expression. Looking at aspects between planets, Mercury in Taurus is forming a square to Mars in Aries, indicating potential tension between your reflective thinking processes and the impulsive action energy in your social sphere. You might feel internal conflict between wanting to thoroughly analyze a situation and feeling pressured to make quick decisions in group contexts. Communication with friends or associates could become strained if not approached mindfully. The Sun in Gemini makes a supportive trine to Saturn in Pisces, creating a productive connection between your sense of self and your professional responsibilities. This aspect brings a mature approach to showcasing your abilities and supports recognition from authority figures. The structure Saturn provides helps channel your Gemini versatility into tangible career achievements. Jupiter in Virgo forms an opposition to Neptune in Aries, suggesting tension between practical home improvements and idealistic social visions. Finding balance between these energies requires discernment about which dreams are attainable and which may be illusions. This aspect can manifest as confusion about where to direct your expanding energy into domestic stability or broader social connections. Chiron, the wounded healer, is positioned in Aries in your 11th house, bringing attention to past hurts connected to friendship, acceptance, and belonging. There may be sensitivity around group dynamics today, but also opportunities for healing through authentic connections with like-minded individuals. Your vulnerability in social settings can actually become your strength, allowing for deeper and more meaningful exchanges. The North Node in Cáncer in your 2nd house is guiding you toward emotional security through developing your resources and honoring your values. This nodal placement suggests your evolutionary path involves becoming more nurturing toward yourself, particularly regarding material stability and self-worth. Today presents opportunities to align your earning potential with activities that truly nurture your soul. Overall, the planetary positions for Gemini on May 22, 2025, create a dynamic landscape where personal reinvention meets practical considerations. The emphasis on your 1st house, Sun and Uranus, indicates a period of significant personal transformation and heightened self-awareness. Communication remains a key theme with Mercury's position, encouraging deeper, more thoughtful expression rather than your typical quick exchanges. The balancing act between your needs and social connections will require mindfulness, but opportunities for both material and spiritual growth abound if you can navigate the energies skillfully. On May 22, 2025, Gemini natives experience a particularly significant day for communication and self-expression. As Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a trine with Jupiter in the morning hours, your mental acuity and verbal abilities reach impressive heights. Ideas flow effortlessly, and your natural eloquence is enhanced tenfold. This planetary configuration opens doorways for meaningful conversations that have been pending for weeks. Your words carry unusual weight today, resonating deeply with listeners and readers alike. This isn't merely about charm, though you'll have plenty. It's about authentic connection through carefully chosen language. The Mercury-Jupiter trine particularly empowers academic pursuits, media presentations, public speaking engagements, and important negotiations. If you've been waiting to pitch an idea or request a promotion, today's cosmic energy supports these endeavors with remarkable force. Your ability to organize thoughts logically while maintaining audience engagement reaches peak performance. For Geminis working in communications, journalism, teaching, or sales, expect breakthrough moments where your message lands precisely as intended. Early morning communications benefit from clarity and precision, while afternoon exchanges carry more emotional depth. The moon's position in Aquarius throughout the day amplifies your innovative thinking, encouraging you to experiment with unconventional expression methods. Digital communication particularly flourishes. Your social media posts generate significant engagement, and online presentations attract wider audiences than anticipated. For creative Geminis, artistic expression flows without the usual inner critic. Writers find themselves producing quality work at an accelerated pace. Musicians and visual artists tap into new techniques that feel simultaneously fresh, yet authentic to your core style. This combination of Mercury's precision and Jupiter's expansiveness allows you to break creative barriers that have been limiting your full expression. While the day generally supports communication endeavors, a brief void-of-course moon period around 2:15 p.m. Eastern suggests avoiding critical conversations during this window. Resume important discussions after 4:30 p.m. when lunar energy stabilizes. Mars in Libra forms an interesting aspect with your Sun, suggesting that partnership communications receive special benefits today. Collaborative projects progress through meaningful dialogue, and relationship conversations that might normally trigger defensiveness instead promote understanding. For single Geminis, your verbal charm attracts potential partners who appreciate intellectual depth alongside your characteristic wit. Professional communications benefit from a Venus-Saturn sextile that adds appropriate formality and structure to your naturally fluid expression style. Business proposals, emails to superiors, and client presentations all benefit from this grounding influence that prevents your sometimes scattered communication from diluting your message. Your ability to convey complex information in accessible language marks you as a valuable team member today. Pay particular attention to nonverbal cues around midday, as Neptune's position suggests subtle communication happening beneath surface conversations. Reading between the lines serves you well, especially in professional contexts where political considerations may prevent others from speaking directly. Your intuitive capacities are heightened, allowing you to perceive unspoken dynamics. For Geminis involved in writing projects, today marks an excellent opportunity for both drafting new material and editing existing work. Your critical eye balances perfectly with creative flow, allowing you to produce polished content efficiently. Publications, submissions, and important document filings receive favorable cosmic support. Mercury's position in your communications sector forms a harmonious aspect with Pluto, deepening your perceptiveness. Conversations have transformative potential today. Words exchanged could significantly alter relationship dynamics, professional trajectories, or personal perspectives. This configuration particularly empowers therapeutic communications, heart-to-heart talks with loved ones, and negotiations requiring emotional intelligence. Technology-mediated communication flows exceptionally well today. Virtual meetings, webinars, podcasts, and video content creation all receive cosmic enhancement. If you've been considering launching a digital communication project, today's energy provides both inspiration and practical support for initial steps. Your audience reception proves particularly receptive to multimedia approaches. The day's energy supports specific forms of written communication. Emails and messages sent before noon receive prompt and favorable responses. Contractual language benefits from your enhanced attention to detail, helping you spot potential issues before signing. Literary pursuits find you exploring deeper themes than usual, with your characteristic light touch balanced by meaningful substance. With Mercury and Jupiter both in your sign on May 22, 2025, Gemini, your financial intuition is exceptionally sharp. This rare alignment brings a double blessing to your money matters, enhancing your natural quick thinking with Jupiter's expansive influence. You're likely noticing patterns in markets or spotting opportunities that others simply miss. This is no coincidence, it's your mental agility operating at peak performance. The Venus-Neptune trine forming today creates a fascinating backdrop for creative financial ventures. If you've been considering investments in art, digital media, or entertainment industries, this aspect provides favorable energy. Your ability to see potential where others see risk is heightened. Trust those instincts, especially when they direct you toward unconventional opportunities that align with your personal values. Mars in Cáncer is activating your second house of income and personal resources, bringing a surge of energy to your earning potential. This placement suggests you may need to act decisively on financial matters today. An opportunity that requires quick action could emerge, particularly one that allows you to leverage existing skills in new ways. The energy supports making practical moves rather than purely speculative ones. Saturn's position in Aries continues to bring structure to your 11th house of networks and future goals. Today, this influence particularly emphasizes connections that could lead to financial growth. A conversation with a colleague or friend might reveal an unexpected opportunity for collaboration or insider information about an emerging market trend. Pay attention to casual exchanges; they may contain valuable financial insights. Uranus in Gemini forms a significant aspect with your financial houses today, suggesting unexpected developments that could work in your favor if you remain flexible and responsive. This might manifest as a surprise proposal, an unusual side gig opportunity, or a sudden insight about restructuring your investments. The key is embracing the unconventional nature of these possibilities rather than dismissing them for being outside your comfort zone. The moon in Virgo today illuminates your fourth house of foundations, suggesting potential financial opportunities connected to home, property, or family resources. This could indicate a good moment to reassess household expenses, consider property investments, or explore family business opportunities. The analytical Virgo energy supports detailed financial planning and identifying inefficiencies in your budget. With Pluto in Aquarius forming a trine to your sun, there's a transformative energy affecting how you approach wealth building in general. You're being cosmically encouraged to break free from limiting beliefs about money and embrace more innovative approaches to financial growth. This might involve technology, community-based economics, or forward-thinking investment strategies that align with social progress. The North Node's position suggests that your financial growth is directly connected to how well you communicate your ideas and value. Today presents opportunities to negotiate better terms, pitch concepts that could generate income, or network with individuals who appreciate your intellectual approach. Don't underestimate how your words can translate directly to financial gain under this cosmic alignment. Jupiter's beneficial aspect to Venus enhances opportunities for passive income streams or returns on previous investments. Something you set in motion weeks or even months ago might suddenly bear fruit today. This could involve dividends, royalties, or delayed payments finally coming through. The energy supports receiving rewards for past efforts rather than initiating entirely new ventures. Mercury's position in your sign forms a challenging square to Neptune, suggesting you should verify financial information carefully before making commitments. While intuitive insights are favored, there's also potential for confusion or misunderstanding financial terms. Request clarification on anything that seems ambiguous, especially regarding contracts or agreements with long-term implications. The Sun-Saturn sextile brings practical structure to your financial aspirations, making this an excellent day for developing concrete plans around money goals. The cosmic energy supports